Polarized Report.
Welcome back to the Polarized Report on the week of rhythm birds or prey of selection. Prey of selection and stuff like that. And here are your hosts.
I'm Vonbon.
I'm Ray.
I'm Keegan.
And we have a new guest for his first time ever.
I'm Josh.
And he's eating chips.
And I'm hammered.
It's
a good night.
It's been a good night. All right, there's been a blizzard. We're talking about movies. Welcome to the Polarized Report, a platform where we talk movies all day, every day with our really odd intros with Keegan or woke butter. Dude, they're pretty woke intros. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Or
You
they're
better believe it.
Or they're
You
very
only understand
gassy.
it. You only understand it if you're enlightened.
Butter. I didn't even know her.
Oh my god.
Wow.
All right. Well,
I can't
Are
believe
you my
we're in this.
father?
I can't believe it's not butter. All right.
It's not.
Okay, so we're a podcast where we talk about movies. So we're gonna talk about movies that come out in the year 2020. Welcome to our February. Is this our first February episode? This is our first February episode. Woo! Yay! Go us.
How do you spell February?
You keep really emphasizing the R in February.
Because
The first R.
everyone
And
says
how do you
it
say
wrong. February.
February.
Well, because February is easier to say.
It is easier to say, but it's wrong.
I know it's wrong.
Okay, great.
I know how to spell the month.
It sounds like you put a K at the end of wrong. You
Wrong.
Yeah, that's
Wrong.
that's what I heard.
we add syllables now.
That's a
We
letter.
do. Yeah, that is
I have a
what-
silent Q at the start of my name.
So we're talking
So-
about Birds of Prey today, and we rate movies on a rating scale of 1 to 4. 1 being bad, 2 being okay, 3 being good, and 4 being great. There's some others around the way that we can add on later, and we'll talk about those in a certain time frame, not right now. But let's get starting and talking about some movies. Okay?
Yep.
Great.
At least one movie.
At least one.
I just got a hard
So-
visual cue.
We're going to be talking about 2 movies today. We're going to add them to our list, so we'll have a total of 11 on our top 13. We're almost to 13, and then we get to start making our bottom 7.
I'd like to give a special award
Radical.
to someone while I'm here. I give it the Marriage at First Glance, because Ray has just been fucking killing it and coming in every fucking time.
Yeah,
we have
dude,
a
you're
podcast.
officially no longer a guest. You're a
Oh, yeah, it's my fourth one.
member
Hey.
of a podcast. So
You're
Love
a regular,
that.
huh,
The
buddy?
Love at First Sight award goes to Ray.
Yep. And this guy drove through a blizzard to break one of our ties today.
Fucking
and
sure
that's
did.
gonna be great. All right.
And boy, was it not worth seeing that movie.
Oh no!
Oh, yeah.
No! I can feel it.
You can feel the hatred right now. All right, so we're gonna talk about these 3 movies. So we're gonna talk about the one he saw. Then we're gonna talk about the 2 new ones, and our friend Josh is gonna talk about what he thought of our main movie, Birds of Prey, today. Because he
Shit was
saw
rad.
it with us. The shit was
I like
rad.
your priorities right now. He's like scooted over slightly so his salsa can sit.
I
on
gotta
the
have
same
room for
chair.
the salsa, buddy. I'm not
Yeah.
putting it on the floor.
Nope.
That's
Yeah.
that's just disaster.
That is just
If I put that on the floor.
That's just bad etiquette.
It's bad salsa.
Poor
etiquette.
form.
Poor.
Porfa form.
Nailed it.
And then I also did a donut today, and
In the parking lot.
and it was like 90% donut, and then my truck gave up. And
It was like a 3.
It was not even 90%.
I was just worried
It was
some
like
white person was
300.
gonna be like, "No, stop that!" in the big empty parking lot. Don't drive like a dick.
What do you think? We live with a bunch of Karens?
Yeah, this is
Okay.
like definitely Karen territory.
I
Maybe
don't know.
not
You've
this
never,
neighborhood.
You've never worked in Highlands Ranch.
No.
Karens.
Karens.
My boy Ray, he understands that.
Boy.
I live in
Hey
Littleton.
Josh, that's not Highlands Ranch.
It's
I
not.
know. Have you ever been to downtown Littleton?
Yeah, I
Yes.
used to live
You
there.
know, like half the people that fucking work in those shops.
Hey,
Darn
I'm one of those
Karens.
people.
Hey, he's one of those people. Don't insult our friend.
Yeah.
He's a
I'll
host.
talk to your manager.
You're just a guest.
The turn's tabled because like half the people that work in those shops are Karens.
Yep,
Fair
the
enough.
turns of tables.
The turns have taken.
All right, let's talk about some movies.
Let's talk about movies.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
Off topic.
Yeah.
So I do have to say, you guys know what a jump cut is, right?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think I experienced 1 or 2 in my days.
Okay, so a jump cut is where a movie will start a conversation in one location and then cut to another location, but they're continuing the same conversation. It's a very, it's a way for directors to tell more of the story and keep dialogue fresh while also setting settings and things like that. But everyone always complains that's not realistic. Blah 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 blah. I just
Well,
have to say,
yeah.
I experienced one over the week. like on Thursday, I
Oh, yeah.
experienced a real life jump cut, and I just have to explain it
You should
really
tell us
quick.
about this.
I'm going to. Thank you.
Nice.
Do I need permission?
This is a good podcast to talk about that.
So far, it sounds like it needs more dinosaurs.
More dinosaurs.
Oh my god, I fucking love dinosaurs.
Oh my god. Okay, so our other friend who's been on an episode before, Colin, he was on the Alita episode. I just don't know why I remember that. But he was on the Alita episode, and he was talking. He was like, yeah, man, so we have all these ways to make coffee. We got coffee grinders.
Did that happen?
Yeah.
That sounds like some college shit.
And he's like, we got coffee grinders, we got French presses, we got all the gourmet shit, we got a Keurig, and I'm like, man, you got a lot of ways to make coffee. And he's like, yeah, I do. And then we just continued on our way, and the conversation ended right there. And then we went to Village Inn, and randomly at Village Inn, in the middle of a conversation, he's like, and with all those coffee makers, we didn't have enough creamer. And I was like, fuck. And I was like, I just experienced a real life jump cut in my life. That was incredible.
I've been saying this for a long time. I wish I could get inside Colin's head for exactly 24 hours and then never get involved with him again.
I just loved the moment. It was a good moment. All right, so now we're going to start talking about movies. We got to start off with the big one in the room. Ray, what'd you see?
I saw The Grudge. My God. Yeah. So I've seen all of the Grudge movies now.
Oh, wow. Oh, I did not know that. Okay.
Yeah.
This
How
is
many
my
are there?
First Grudge.
That's
movie.
hardcore, buddy.
4?
Oh,
I said that really unconfidently. I know I've seen them all. I don't remember how many there are.
Fair.
It was like fun. It was funnier than I thought it would be.
Mm-hmm. And the cinematography wasn't bad.
It wasn't bad. And the main actress I thought did like a fine job.
Yep, she did fine.
Otherwise, it wasn't very scary.
No.
Uh,
well,
well.
to Keegan it was.
Well.
Tell me about the stairs.
Not a fan, buddy.
Stairs.
And the
Too many
footsteps.
stairs.
Stairs. Never. No, the stairs. No, never. No,
That's-
go back to the stairs.
That's
No.
the one that got
My
you.
mortal enemy.
The stairs.
All right.
Stairs.
I will
By the way,
only.
I want to point out I was the only person in that theater. I was sitting in the middle. I didn't even get popcorn. I'm just sitting there. One of the attendants came in like with a flashlight. Looked at me. He's like, "There's a guy in here." And I was just like, and walked out.
You should have been like, shh, I'm watching a movie.
That was probably scarier than the
Yeah, he
movie.
probably like shit himself. He's like, "Oh, scary movie." Huh, fuck, person. But yeah, can I throw my rating out there?
Yeah, what do you rate it?
It's like a pretty soft 2.
Soft
So
too.
a flash
Fair.
of 2 coming
Yeah, we got a
out.
flaccid 2 inches
Flaccid
right
That's
there.
what 2 C's minimum.
All right, so it is a soft 2, and which means you've also seen what it is currently tied with.
Which is Gretel and Hansel.
Gretel. And I'm going to go over the list really quick. So starting from the bottom, and then we'll be here. The 9th favorite movie, or the worst movie of the year, is The Turning.
So far.
So far, yep, so far.
Can we there for a
In
minute?
8th place is Like a Boss. In 7th place is Doolittle. Tied for 5th and 6th is currently The Grudge and Gretel and Hansel. Tied for 3rd and 4th is Underwater and Bad Boys.
Bad Boys.
And then in 2nd place is Weathering with You. And in 1st place is still The Gentleman.
The Gentleman.
So, Ray, does The Grudge, was it better or worse than Gretel and Hansel?
Dude, I'm gonna be real. I thought The Grudge was worse than Doolittle.
Ooh. Ooh.
Gretel and Hansel, in my opinion, was far better.
I agree 100%. That's so weird. It's like it shouldn't even be tied.
I'm not saying, like, The Grudge is better than Gretel and Hansel, but it's definitely better than Doolittle.
At what
I
point do
think
you
so.
consider Ray the tiebreaker?
We're now.
Now.
Oh, we're breaking
That's
the tie
why I
right
saw
now.
that movie.
We saw the movie to break the tie. And you want to move it lower to under Doolittle?
I would move it under Doolittle.
I support that.
Goddamn, son. Keegan's disappointed.
This is what's known as the face
Well,
of defeat.
This
I
is
don't
not the
know.
result he was
Doolittle was
hoping for.
bad.
Doolittle was bad, but Doolittle at least had moments of like shining glory to it, to where like I was at least somewhat invested in like the continuation of the story.
Yeah,
The Grudge, I also hit another point where I was just like, yeah, I'm ready for this movie to be over.
that's fair.
I definitely had a more of an emotional impact on Grudge. For the sole fact is that I am a little bitch when it comes to jump scares.
Okay.
Doolittle tingled no feathers. The Grudge.
Eagle, no feathers.
The Grudge definitely went and grabbed something, and I wasn't like, I wasn't ready for it. I was ready for it. I knew what I was going into, but it got me bad.
Okay.
It got me bad.
I got you bad. All right. So it will be moving down the 6, though. We can't double move it just because it wasn't a tie. It was there for a reason. But The Grudge is officially worse than Gretel and Hansel. And unfortunately, we can't move Gretel and Hansel up more because it was there for a reason, which
That's also fine.
which sucks because I think it was better than Bad Boys. But we're not going to talk about that. So, alright. So there you have it. The tiebreaker is broken between the two G horror movies because they both start with the letter G. And Gretel and Hansel is much better. Thank you, Ray, for breaking that tie and making my frustration of Keegan more valid.
You said G horror movies, and I just thought of like a kids movie that was like a horror movie for like little kids.
That was called Stories to Tell in the Dark. And Abominable, because Keegan jumped like a little bitch. So.
Dude, Monsters Inc. is terrifying, bro.
That's true.
What
There's a scene where like he jumps out and he says a bad joke.
What was one movie that scared you as a child but no longer does now?
Dreamcatcher.
But no longer does now?
I don't know. I don't remember.
Fair.
That's a good question.
We'll go
I'll
back
give you
to
that answer randomly in about 15 minutes.
Okay.
All right,
cool.
thank you, Colin.
Thanks. Jump.
No
cut.
problem.
Yep,
Jump,
jump
jump, cut.
We're gonna jump cut that. All right.
Did I use it properly? I did it.
Kinda.
I did a thing.
We'll see if
we-
it actually happens.
We should probably talk about rhythm.
We're gonna talk
section
about
next.
rhythm section. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that movie next. Rhythm section, a new movie we're adding to the list. So just a quick synopsis. Ray, are you gonna pull it up just as the trend?
Yeah,
now?
sure.
You
Yeah, I'll
show
pull
Cam.
up the synopsis.
But I'm
of this
gonna
movie.
try to synopsis the best I can. The rhythm section is about this chick who is like a huge druggie. Yep, she is a druggie and like a prostitute because shit goes down in her bad life. And then she meets this one journalist who's like, go to my cool person, who's Jude Law. And Jude Law trains her to be an assassin.
All right.
Yeah, that's the plot. Did I get it?
Yeah, I would say you're right.
I
Okay.
hear that guy looks a lot like Watson from Sherlock Holmes.
You'd be right.
You would be right.
Way to go, Watson.
Fuck.
Wow.
So it's the
Anyway,
official synopsis.
Blake Lively stars as Stephanie Patrick, an ordinary woman on a path of self-destruction after her family is tragically killed in a plane crash. When Stephanie discovers that oh my god, I can't speak. The crash was not an accident. She enters a dark, complex world to seek revenge on those responsible and find her own redemption. Based on the novel by Find Her Own Redemption. Wait, wow, I read that sentence twice. Based on the novel by Mark Burnell from director, and we're just going into people.
Okay, cool.
Did your eyeballs?
I hear
sever?
alcohol helps you
Dude,
read.
wow! I had like half a beer and I'm trashed.
Wow. All right,
You
so
don't condone
rhythm section.
racism.
We're gonna talk about
my
that. Keegan, we haven't heard
God.
from you. What do you think of rhythm section with Jude Law and that one lady? I don't remember her name because she's not Jude Law.
Blake Lively?
Yeah, her.
I am,
How the fuck are you gonna forget about Blake Lively?
Because
Gossip
she's
Girl?
not Jude
Nothing?
Law.
Gossip Girl?
She was in Gossip Girl.
I've never
Yeah, she was like one of the main characters in Gossip Girl.
seen it.
Oh.
I've
You fucks.
literally never seen it.
I'm sorry.
Same.
Get
Alright, Keegan.
cultured.
Keegan, what do you think of rhythm section?
I thought it was really okay.
Okay.
Like a solid, like, I think Blake Lively did great. I think all the actors did great. I thought the characters were kind of fucking dumb, though. Personally, my taste. Except for like I don't want to spoil so much, but I'm ready to shred this movie when we get to spoilers.
Okay. I'm excited to hear that.
So
just a general synopsis. You thought it was okay.
it's
what do you rate
okay.
it?
I give it a 2.
2. Okay.
I give it a 2.
Cool.
A solid 2.
Cool. Right, we'll go to you next.
Dude, this movie's bad. Oh man, yeah. There's a lot I go into this movie. I
Non-spoilery.
thought Blake Lively did fine. I didn't like her character.
Agreed.
I thought Jude Law played a weird character in that movie
And wasn't really in the movie a
and
lot.
didn't make any sense for him to actually be there.
Correct.
Right.
I thought the plot was awful.
Mhm.
The general cinematography was too close, and it made me uncomfortable.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie was bad. I give it a 1.
You give it a 1? Okay. I am going to give it a 2 as well. I thought it was not the best movie. The acting was fine. I had no issues with the acting. My biggest issue was it was easily a Nikita ripoff. Like 100%. Be a point of no return. Like it's exact same plot, exact same everything, and I agree. Like there was plot points that just didn't make sense, and I just didn't care.
Yeah.
Like that was the
Oh
big
my
thing.
God,
Is like
yeah.
there was a few moments that they tried to really focus on like dramatic like reveals, and I was just like I don't care. I thought the best part about the movie was actually the kind of plot twist at the ending, just because that one actor, who I'm not going to say, who was in the movie for like 20 minutes, was easily the best actor. And that's pretty much all I got to say about that movie. So
I thought the plot twist at the end actually was like almost really bad.
I just said I like the plot twist because of the actor, though, not the actual plot twist. The plot twist was very predictable.
I thought the plot twist would have been better if they went with a different character.
Agreed, and I thought it was going to be that character, and
Okay.
it wasn't.
Yeah.
So, 100% agree. Okay, so now it goes up the gauntlet. Rhythm section, better or worse than the turning?
Better.
Better. Yeah, still better than the turning. Okay. Rhythm section, better or worse than Like a Boss?
Worse.
Worse?
Didn't see it.
Woof. See, I thought it was better.
Again, it didn't tingle my balls at all, so
Right.
Oh
didn't
my
do
gosh.
nothing for me.
Well, hey.
Like a boss had like a 10% redeeming quality, and rhythm section did not.
Okay.
Did you injure yourself?
I did. I popped my hip popped. I'm in pain.
I thought you just
I hear
really
those-
hated my opinion.
I hear those don't lie.
They sure don't. This is the pun episode. Welcome to the pun episode of the podcast.
I'm gonna.
Okay, so I guess the rhythm section stops right there and is now tied with Like a Boss. That's okay. Neither of them are gonna survive later anyway.
You don't,
If it helps,
you don't think
I think-
it's worse than like?
No, I thought it was better than rhythm section. Like a Boss was literally all in the trailers.
Oof.
And it was-
every
still better.
fucking. No, it wasn't, because all the jokes were like not that funny.
That drops it down the tier list pretty hard if you see the entire movie in the trailers.
Ooh, boom, thanks.
Yeah, but
Hasn't
it
seen
had
the movie.
it had the feels. You got the feels
No,
out
it
of it.
didn't.
You
What
got no
feels?
you got no feels out of the rhythm section, and I'm going to tear it apart as soon as I get a chance to,
Okay.
without spoiling.
You
it.
still didn't disagree with the part about seeing the entire movie in the trailers.
and it was still better.
Just
Just like
I respect
just
that
like
answer.
The
I
trial
know
to,
how
like,
much
the
Sonic is
trailer to
getting
Like a
shoved down
Boss.
our throats right now,
So it's gonna
and
go hard.
I know a lot of it's gonna be. I'm trying to hold
Oh my
Gotta go fast.
Wow.
Fucking fast.
All right. So we're gonna put these at a tie though, because
That's fine.
I hated
Yeah.
Like a Boss. So
You think Sonic likes cocaine?
Yes.
Yes. 100%.
That's why I become Shadow.
Yeah, I mean, if
Gets
it
an-
helps, I was
Gets an
gonna put
addiction
it way
and
under
and
Doolittle.
sells.
Oh yeah, no, it wasn't gonna get past Doolittle. I knew that.
This movie
One of
was
them's
really
meth and
bad.
one of them's cocaine.
All right. Now we're gonna talk about our main event movie. We're talking about Birds of Prey, so everyone gets to be involved here. Birds of Prey. I don't know the full name of the movie. The Birds of Prey and the
And
Fabulous.
Fantabulous Emancipation of one Harley
Harley
Quinn.
Quinn. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a really long
It's
title.
a really
And it was
long
funny
title.
because I saw an article and it was called Bop Harley Quinn, and I was like, I could appreciate that
Yep,
abbreviation.
that's pretty
It's funny.
pretty accurate.
It's pretty accurate.
Bop, boop, boop,
Bop,
bop,
beep,
boop.
bop, bop, beep, boop. All right, let's start with Josh. We want to hear from our guests. What did you think of Birds of Prey, and why did it want you to be on this podcast for this episode?
Well, considering I had heard nothing about the movie, didn't watch any trailers, so I was going in with virtually zero expectations. I was pretty sad that she lost that sandwich.
No spoilers.
At the beginning of the
Is
movie.
it though?
I was pretty sad she lost that. Wow, that was awesome.
That shit looked tasty.
It did.
Is that-
I'm not gonna lie. It killed
How
me
does
a
that
little bit,
How does it
too.
make you feel about the movie?
I thought the movie had its moments. Overall, I thought it was very, very okay.
Okay.
Overall,
And what do you look for in a movie?
the grenade part was rad, though.
Yep. What do you look for in a movie?
What do I look for in a movie?
Mhm.
If I could tell you what the fuck happened,
Cool. So plot and story.
plot would be good. Yeah.
Okay. What about acting?
Acting was okay, just because of like the type of movie that it was.
Okay.
So there's really like only so much I can do with that. So what's like the rule on spoilers?
No spoilers yet. We're gonna talk
No
about spoilers in a
spoilers yet?
sec. Yep.
If you
Okay.
didn't see it in the trailer,
There were parts where I thought the choreography was very, very good.
Yeah.
I'll say that.
Cool. Sweetness. And what do you rate it on a scale of 1 to 4? 1 being awful, 2 being okay, 3 being good, 4 being great. 2. He gives it a 2. All right.
2.
Okay. We see what kind of person Josh is, and he will maybe make an appearance later this year, which I would look forward to. But
Probably.
We'll
Most
see
likely.
what this compares to in his book. I'm very curious. Let's go to Ray. Let's start with Ray for this movie, since Ray is the DC
Dude, I
guy.
am a DC guy.
You are the
Which is-
DC
yeah.
guy.
I had 3 gripes with this movie.
Okay.
One of them, which is not a spoiler,
Okay.
is the casting of Victor Sass.
Okay. I didn't mind him.
I didn't like him.
Who was he? Because he looked familiar. I
I have no
couldn't
idea.
put my fucking finger on it.
No idea.
Okay.
But he just didn't play the role totally right.
From like the comic books?
From like the comic
Okay,
books. Taking that aside, playing the role that he was given, he was very consistent for the movie,
Okay.
and he did a good job with it.
Okay, that's good.
Might be a dumb question. Which one was Victor Sass?
the
Black
right-hand
Mask's henchman.
Henchman?
Yep.
Scarred up
The
one.
scars were cool.
Scars were cool.
I
Scars
liked
were
how they
cool.
made him look realistic. That was really
Yeah.
nice. I like that a lot.
The makeup was good. I really good actually.
Agreed.
Yeah, I thought that was good. Overall acting was really good. Margot Robbie is like awesome.
Yeah, she did great.
Dude,
Oh my God,
I'm
she
like
was
in love
awesome.
with Margot Robbie. She's great.
Keegan, fucking relax, bro.
Dude, yeah. Black Canary surprised me. I
Yep.
thought she was not going to be as good, and she was a very strong role in the movie.
Like killed the character.
What?
Like
No.
She
No,
killed
like,
it.
she crushed it.
Oh,
she
she
killed it.
crushed
I was
She-
like,
Like a
what?
good
No,
one.
she
Like
didn't
good
kill
one.
her
She was
character.
good. That's what he's saying. Okay.
Yeah, no,
Or
she
maybe
was
she
really
did.
good.
Sorry, that wasn't clear.
Because there was a lot of like backlash for when she was announced casting wise.
Oh,
People
really?
didn't want a black Canary. Is really what it was.
Oh, okay.
Lol.
They made
Yeah.
a black Deadshot, and Will Smith did great.
Yeah, but
He was
everybody
the only
loves
good
Will
part about that
Smith.
movie. I know.
It's Will. Yeah.
I know. He's the
Uh,
whitest black guy.
No, overall,
Hollywood.
this movie was like way better than I thought it was gonna be. Because I thought this movie was gonna be like Suicide Squad 2.
Yeah,
and it
that was my
No.
biggest concern was gonna be Suicide Squad 2, and I'm gonna talk about that in my section for sure because there are things I want to make parallels to.
I'm giving it a 4.
Are you gonna give it a 4? You thought it was a great movie?
I thought it was
Oh
great,
man,
dude.
all
I'm gonna go
right.
see it again.
Okay. Keegan, what'd you think of it?
Oh,
Before I lay down some law.
oh yeah. This is a Keegan movie. This was love me some Harley Quinn. I love my crazy females. I love Margot Robbie. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, no, I feel you.
Keegan is hot and heavy. for
Dude, Margot Robbie is like
You
just
should have been on the
big
Hustlers
crime.
episode.
Ooh, you're
Oh my god.
Nah.
You need to fucking cool it, buddy.
That movie, the Hustlers movie, I saw so much J-Lo, and then Keegan reminded me how much of J-Lo I saw, and I was like, woo, that's a lot of
Do
J-Lo.
you know how much?
Yeah, there was a lot of J-Lo.
I can remind you.
You don't need to.
And
Keegan
no,
knows.
basically
On a
with
scale
Birds
of
of
1 to
Prey,
Super Bowl.
I think definitely, it is Harley Quinn's movie.
Yep.
And,
Oh yeah.
Oh, easily.
And I think even, I'd
You
say,
mean
yeah, like
all of Act
half
1?
half of the supporting cast was good, and the
Mhm.
other ones were lacking in some parts.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about that then, yeah.
But for the most part, I like the pace of the movie. I did. It kept me interested the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that's just because there was a lot of backtracking, in it, just the way it was set up.
Yeah, the storyline was
Dude.
very non-linear, which
It
was
was
very
not,
interesting.
but it was great.
It was cool why they did it like
what was
that.
that? What was that one that Ryan Reynolds did? That was on Netflix, and it was like.
Oh,
squats and
Underground
stuff?
6?
Yeah. it's
Yeah,
like-
it was like that,
that-
where it was, fuck, the timeline.
But
what's
actually
even going on?
made sense.
Yeah,
'cause
this one
that
made more sense.
That one.
Because Underground 6 was like 2 months ago, and then 3 months after that 2 months ago.
5
and
minutes
now
after that
present
last
time. I
hour.
was like, I don't even know what's going on. Like,
Yeah, because this would it'd go back and then it'd go to present and then it'd go
Yeah,
back.
it
and
makes
then it'd go to
sense.
present.
Mhm.
It makes
4
sense because
minutes
there's actually
That
an
was-
introduction to why they're. I think it was seamless
Mhm.
or streamlined
It's
very
streamlined
well,
Yep.
and I like how it was narrated
Mhm.
by
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
Margot Robbie.
I thought it's the best Harley Quinn movie. It's also the only Harley Quinn movie.
Agreed.
Well,
well, I don't know. Like Suicide Squad's like practically
But I think-
Deadshot and Harley Quinn.
I think definitely with this,
And Captain Boomerang's there.
Essentially.
I definitely think at the end of this, how Margot Robbie played Harley Quinn character will actually make her go down as, always associated with that character.
Like Robert Downey Jr. for Iron Man.
Yeah, and like
Okay.
Mark Hamill with the Joker.
Yep.
Like will always be
Yeah.
He'll always
associated with
He'll
that
always
character.
be that character.
And that's
yeah.
why I think she's imprinted so good in this movie. So I think the acting quality as she did is great and fantastic, which outshone for what they did in actually Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Character development for the most part on her end, which was basically the whole reason.
The whole movie, yeah.
But yeah, I give it. I'll give it a 4.
A 4?
I give it a 4.
Oh.
Sweet. I'm just gonna say right now, I give it a 3. I'm not all about this like you guys. I thoroughly enjoyed the movie though. I thought it was a fun time. One thing I want to say with Keegan is, since we've been seeing so many movies together, I am enjoying that we keep we're trying to point out when each of the acts end, which I think is really fun with you.
Oh yeah.
Act 1 was, of course, like the grief act where she's like dealing with the side effects of the Suicide Squad, and the main thing which she breaks up with the Joker, which is in the trailer, so we can say that. And it was hilarious. It was a good time, good feel, good comedy in that first act. Second act was really like heavy when it came to like character development. It dug into a lot of backstories. It dug into a lot of emotions, a lot of outbursts that were surprisingly more serious in this humorous movie that I thought was really well done. It made it natural, which was cool. And it developed the bad guy, Black Mask, Ewan McGregor. Oh my gosh, Ewan McGregor,
Ewan McGregor was
fucking
great.
killed it. Okay,
I forgot
anything
about
else about this movie
Yeah.
doesn't even matter. Ewan McGregor, you are a godsend, man. That was you had way too much fun with this movie. You need to calm down.
I'm a big fan of layup jokes. He definitely had the high ground.
He had the high ground the whole movie, and it was just I don't know, like how do you look so young? Like
He looked good, dude.
yeah, he looked good.
He looked really good.
And I love this character. I love how at times it felt like he was overacting, but then you just realize it's the character, and I loved that moment. Like I love all those moments. It was really good. It was really natural, and I think Ewan McGregor is the only one who can get away with playing overly eccentric characters without making it feel weird. Like that was awesome.
And the
then
suits were sick.
The suits were sick. Oh gosh, his fashion sense was amazing. And then Act 3 was just a really fun montage. Like I really liked all of the characters coming together, and it was like the final thing. And it wasn't Suicide Squad.
It was not.
I gotta say that. So the parallels that I saw, this was literally.
Which was good.
This
It
was
was,
a
yeah.
huge step up for DC.
But you can tell it's because they.
Because it wasn't as-
What they did with this movie was everything that was wrong with Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
The ending, not a stupid dumb CGI battle.
Continuity.
The continuity was so much
Yeah.
better. The character development was awesome, and we didn't have a 20 to 30 minute montage about all the characters' backstories at the beginning. They were told more naturally, they were told more funnily, and the Huntress was hilarious. And that's all I gotta say.
And it
I'm
wasn't
down with
as
the word
dark.
funnily.
It wasn't as dark.
It wasn't as dark.
DC.
No.
Which
It
I
was
actually,
not really.
I
It
almost
wasn't
that
forgot
dark.
that
The
it was
script
in
and movie
Gotham.
wasn't as dark, but if you looked at, like, I looked around every once in a while at the scenery was still pretty dark. Like
Like the mood.
it felt real.
Well,
Yeah.
But
compared
that was the thing, it felt real. It didn't feel like a
compared to
comic.
all the other DC movies that we
Yes,
had out,
agreed.
I was like, it didn't feel like the whole movie was shot at night.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't feel like
In
the whole place
Chicago.
was fucking dark.
Yeah, that's true. I like that.
Like, well, that's where I thought you did good, is because I almost forgot that they were in Gotham until either
Until
a
you
licensed
remembered
paper
that
go play
they were in
and then,
Gotham.
and then
Yeah.
it's that universe.
Yes.
So
And the
Because
license plate at
Gotham's
the
the
end of
only
movie.
universe in
yeah,
DC movies.
know.
Like, Superman's actually in Gotham, not. What is it, like Metropolis?
Metropolis.
Ah, I got it. Yes.
There you
Ooh,
go. Look
woo.
at you.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Atrocity.
Atrocity. Birds of Prey is going up the gauntlet. Better than The Turning?
Yes.
Obviously.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, easily. Better than
Yes.
Like a Boss and Rhythm Section?
Yeah.
yes.
Agreed. Better than Doolittle?
Yes.
Yep, agreed. Better than The Grudge?
Yep.
Ray was like, yeah, right it is.
Fucking Grudge, man.
I saw a little fire.
I will
He was
always
frothing at the
always
mouth to
have a
say
grudge
that.
against that movie.
Frothing.
Do you have a grudge against the grudge?
Yeah,
Yes,
literally
he
just
does.
said it.
He did.
You have
Uh,
a grudgy
Better than Gretel and Hansel?
Grudgy grudge.
Yes.
Yeah, I say no, but my vote's outstated. Gretel
You
and Hansel.
say no?
I really liked Gretel and Hansel. Okay,
Okay.
it's a guilty
Yeah.
pleasure of mine. I liked it. Just give
That
me
was
this,
his
give me this
movie.
one vote. That was my movie. Okay,
It was
Bump that
garbage,
up.
but that was his
better
movie.
than Bad Boys.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, I agree, but I'm just surprised that.
Yep.
Okay, better than Underwater.
Easily.
No, but Underwater is still like one of my
Rob
favorite
fucking
movies.
voted,
Dude,
buddy.
oh yeah, I know. I easily.
That was another guilty pleasure of yours.
Dude, I fucking love. Dude, this year's been just my year.
You got a problem, bro?
No, what? No, there's no problem. with me. No, this has
There's
just
no
been a
problem.
year of my guilty pleasures, man. I'm loving this year.
You should make a list.
I have one.
Yeah, I have one too.
Yeah, do you have a list of guilty pleasures?
Oh, not guilty pleasures, but I'm keeping my like movies really organized.
Oh yeah, me too.
Final
you should.
Destination, 1 through whatever the fuck. Saw, 1 through whatever the fuck.
American Pie 1 through
Run out American Pie. All right, but I'm still outvoted. So Birds of Prey will go above Underwater. Birds of Prey or Weathering with You? Ray, I need to hear your answer
so
first.
this is what I was
the
talking
moment
about.
I needed
Where
to
I was
see.
like, I got back and I was like, what
oh
movie do
no.
I like more?
Oh no. Yep.
And I'm still debating it because Weathering with You, I think, was a better show of storytelling
Agreed.
overall.
Yes.
I like the characters from Birds of Prey more.
Agreed. I also like the villain more.
The villain there was no villain in Weathering
I
with You.
know. I agreed.
The villain was
But
themselves in society.
Yeah, it was society. It was definitely man versus
you could-
world.
I got Birds of Prey over Weathering with You.
I'm so glad you agree with that because I thought Weathering with You's ending was lacking enough that bumped up.
If
Birds of
Weathering
Prey.
with You ended like I wanted to, where he jumps through the portal and just
Agreed.
goes face first,
Yes!
and nothing happens,
100%
it'd be like
agree.
the greatest movie of all time.
Sure would have, but it didn't happen, and
Yeah.
the ending was very forced.
Make my own
So,
movie.
Birds of Prey.
People want people to
All right,
die.
so I vote Birds of Prey, and you also vote Birds of Prey. So, what do you vote?
Unless it's Mads Mikkelsen.
Yeah.
You also agree, Birds of Prey?
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, Birds of Prey beats Weathering with You. Now the real question,
Right.
guys: Birds of Prey or The Gentleman?
I had Weathering with You over Gentleman to begin with,
Okay.
so Birds of Prey is going up for me.
Okay. See, Gentleman's still up there for me. I'm voting for Gentleman. Keegan.
I
you're
vote
the
for
second.
Gentleman.
All right. Okay.
Actually, they kind of
Oh,
feel.
don't you dare say
No,
actually
no,
right
no,
now.
no, no.
Oh, I'll let him. I'll let him.
I
talk.
can turn him.
No, I thought they felt kind of similar in
Yeah.
the way that they're shot and the pacing of the movies.
They
but-
did have very similar timelines.
Yeah.
Like the plot. That was that's a
they're
very fair
they're
point.
actually pretty good.
So I think
parallel
that's why
movies.
They
you can
really are,
you can actually
yeah.
look at both of them, but I still like The Gentleman more.
See, I think the problem with the reason I like Birds of Prey more than The Gentleman, because I also thought about this, is Margot Robbie and Ian McGregor. Their like chemistry for knowing each other as like villain and like main protagonist was better than the like mystery we had to solve with The Gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
And I liked that kind
Yeah,
of that kind of storytelling a little bit more.
Okay, and I'm going to defend The Gentleman a little bit here. I agree where you're coming from, but I actually liked how The Gentleman kind of kept me guessing a little bit more. Where this was, Birds of Prey was a little bit more of a DC movie. I was kind of expecting everything to happen. I knew it was going to go down. But where The Gentleman, where I was like, ooh, I have no idea what's going on. And unfortunately, The Gentleman will always have a little bit more of a spot for me because I like British humor. And that was very abundant. And then it was also British dark humor, so that was just, I like
Dude,
that more.
but like Birds of Prey fight scenes though.
No, they were. They were
on
sick.
point.
They were on point.
Holy
I agree.
crap.
Some
Some
of
of- yeah,
them
okay.
were-
I wonder. Yeah, I
Choreography
understand what you're
was
going
good.
Yep.
for. Choreography was really good. Some of it was a little and then, like,
some of it was really painful just to watch.
yeah, but it was
so
awesome.
it was awesome. Yep. But my vote still goes to Gentleman. Here's for Birds. Are you sticking to Gentleman?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Damn.
So,
I
but
just
that
like
being said,
Gentleman
Birds of
so
Prey
much.
is still second best movie of the year.
Yeah,
So
Birds of Prey is
that's
still
a
very
win.
good.
Like that's impressive for a DC movie that was like advertised as
DC
like almost
movie, what I thought was gonna be real bad.
right. Oh, I like it. Go see Birds of Prey. It had strong characters. All right. We're gonna move on though, right into spoilers though. So if you're still listening, starting in the next 3 seconds, we will be spoiling Rhythm Section and Birds of Prey in 3, 2, 1.
Spoilers in 3, 2, 1.
Rhythm section sucked.
Yeah.
This is just bad. This is my synopsis of the movie.
Yeah, I
Fuck
want to
this.
hear. Okay. All right.
Fuck this movie. 1, fuck my eyes for seeing this movie. 2, oh no, my parents and family died because I was a shitty person and did something, and the only way I can heal that is dick and heroin. You stupid fuck. You worthless motherfucker. And then you go to be a bad assassin!
Yeah,
She was a really bad
she was
assassin.
awful.
Oh my god, she
Also-
failed every time. I was like, just shoot him in the face. Shoot him
That's
in the face.
why-
Why are you
okay,
not shooting him
so,
in the face?
okay.
You're really
You
bad.
have no problem about sucking dick for
So,
money, but you can't
uh,
stab a fucking warlord!
What was
You
the dude's
dumb
name that
bitch.
that was like the plot twist at the end? That was
I
like
forgot, but
It
the
was
black
something-
dude.
Yeah, the black dude.
Even
Yeah.
worse, even worse, no, she was just like, I know you're the enemy, but you fucked him!
Yeah.
That's true.
Like I wanted it
You
to
could
be
call her
Jude
Black
Law
Widow.
so much
I
more.
wanted it to be Jude Law.
Because
Oh
it would have
my
made
God.
more sense for
It
the movie.
would have been.
Because Jude Law fucking killed pretty much everyone.
Yeah, he did all the work.
Yeah, he like had the backup plans in mind to take out the other people. I was like, oh, it's totally him
Yeah.
cleaning up.
I
And it
thought
like,
he was
no, it's
training
this other
her
dude.
to
I was
kill
like,
all the loose ends.
what?
Why
Yeah.
the fuck was he not doing it, though? It made no sense why
Yeah,
he...
that's why.
I don't
he's
know.
like,
He's
it's
just
a
like,
movie.
I'm a trained, like, British
'Cause it's
assassin,
based on a
like,
book.
007 level, and you know what? I'm gonna get this crack whore. She's gonna be the savior of my abandoned issues, and I can't finish the mission, so I'm gonna train this fucking civilian that doesn't know how to do dick.
He didn't want to train me.
Actually, that's all she knows how to do is dick.
Swim across this lake.
And then she was like, I can't swim. And then swam anyway and
then
didn't
swam
die.
like a giant lake in like the
Yeah,
frozen
congratulations
cold.
for not drowning.
With like a really awkward, like, tracking one-take shot with her walking into the water, which was very awkward, and I did not enjoy that
See,
scene.
the cinematography was just bad.
It was just a bad movie.
All the shots were so close.
I'm changing my vote to
all the time.
1. You guys have inspired me. This was a bad movie.
This was a bad movie. So 1.
Yep.
I debated between
What did I
whether or
give
not I
it?
thought this
Oh,
or the
you gave it a
turning
2.
was worse.
Yeah,
It's a 1?
it's a 1.
Okay.
I really thought, like, I debated between the turning or this. For, like,
Oh,
which one was
shit.
worse.
Oh, wow.
I
I still think the turning was worse.
I
I
do.
do. Oh, my God. Turning was
I think the only redeeming quality was Blake Lively's character and Jude Law's character. That was the only redeeming quality of the movie, was their chemistry, and that was it.
Can you say that word again?
Did you say character?
Yeah.
Charity?
Carity? You said it twice. That's why I'm confused.
Chemistry?
Chemistry.
Pretty
Oh,
sure he
okay.
said that, right?
Yeah. No, we all heard it.
My brain definitely thought I said
We
chemistry.
can do a playback really quick.
No, that's good.
Yeah, no, you're not crazy.
No, that was the only redeeming quality of this movie.
Oh, that was intense.
Because
I didn't
Alright.
like.
He got to fuck her up a little bit for
Yeah,
being-
that was bad.
And
No,
it was
I
forced.
disagree with you. I think I thought it was first. Okay, so we're moving on though. I don't want to
And
talk
the
about this
ending
movie
didn't
anymore.
even make sense.
No, the ending was stupid.
Where he just like popped up, he was like, "You need to disappear," and she was like, "Why are you here?" And he was like, "You're right, I'm gonna leave." And then the movie ended.
That's exactly. He's like, I hope I never see you again. You won't. Oh my god, cliche as fuck. I don't know. Maybe I want to read the book. I actually don't want to read the
No, I
book.
don't
Never
want
mind.
to.
I don't
The
want to
movie
read
was
the book.
awful.
It was pretty
There's
bad.
no way the book.
All right, let's talk about Birds of Prey though. The Huntress, a fucking plus.
The Huntress was good. The Huntress I
Oh my
give
God,
like.
the
She was my
Huntress.
favorite.
The Huntress I give a B.
The crossbow killer?
Crossbow killer. I'm not the crossbow killer.
Yeah, for the Huntress, like for the movie, great.
Mhm.
Actress crushed it.
Mhm.
Comic book wise, she gets a B.
Yeah, agreed. She was not like the. I know that, but
The Hunters fucked me up. So I thought, I'm like, no, this is she. I almost thought like Brie Larson was just bad fucking acting in this, and then I realized
This isn't Brie
no.
Larson.
It's not Brie Larson.
Who is
this is.
It's the
the
girl from Die Hard.
Scott Pilgrim vs. the World.
thought
Ramona
it was
Flowers.
Sorry.
It's Naomi something. Fuck, I forgot her name. But
Well,
she's great. She's great.
Well, I'm dumb as shit.
Yes, you are.
definitely not Brie
This
Larson.
whole time I thought Brie Larson was the girl.
No, that was definitely not Brie Larson.
I definitely put those
That
two
was
fucking
most definitely
together.
not
Mhm.
Brie Larson.
We're gonna look up her real name because I
got you.
definitely did forget.
It's
it was.
Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
That's right.
Well, I'll just go fuck myself. Anyway, about her character, I thought it was just bad acting, and then I thought about it, and I'm like, she was taken as a child to be taught by assassins how to kill things, and then has no social cues or like
Yeah.
anything else
Oh,
like
yeah.
that. I was like, okay, this makes sense. Now this is funny.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna go for a fist bump too. Like
Yes,
that was
she was great.
that was great.
Just like,
Black Canary's character was
I've
awesome.
Oh,
killed-
she had the best. I loved Margot Robbie's character.
Yeah.
Like she did great,
Yeah.
but it was very Harley Quinn. Black Canary's character development really surprised me. Like she had a wonderful story arc. Like I loved
She was
her story.
really
What'd you
good.
think?
Like comic accurate wise too.
Was it?
Like,
That's
on
awesome. I did not know that, so that's really cool.
Because especially when they brought up, so they're doing like, I forget which universe it is. There's like a specific one they pulled out of this where they have the female question which worked with her mom,
Mm-hmm.
and that's why she knew. Movie's great.
Yeah, that's good. Josh,
Yeah, that's great.
what? Now you can talk about spoilers, like just everything.
Grenade!
Dude, okay, can
That
we?
was
awesome.
Can we appreciate that the main antagonist, Ewan McGregor, Black Mask, R.I.P. Can
Rip hard.
we agree that the fact that they just killed him off with a grenade really quick was a refreshing ending to a
was
bad guy?
Fucking
Yeah,
awesome.
there
That was
wasn't-
awesome.
there
There wasn't
wasn't-
a fight
There
scene.
wasn't an excessive amount of lead up
No,
to him
it was-
Should you
getting
say
killed.
more R.I.P.S. Rest in pieces?
Oh yeah, no, he was in pieces. I don't think I've ever I never guessed I was gonna see Ewan McGregor's leg fly off the screen.
I would say this. I had the
Aggressive.
same like opposite reaction, like same reaction, but it was like different emotions from when we saw the turning, and everyone was like, "What the fuck?"
And
And then it was the same reaction. It was like,
fuck?
"What the fuck?"
But
But,
in a good
also,
way, yeah.
it was in a good way.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Dude, that was great.
Ewan McGregor though, he just killed it, and the sexual tension between him and his henchman was really
It was
interesting.
Black Mask
But it
is
was
like
good.
that though. Black Mask
Uh-huh.
accuracy, boom,
Boom,
crushed it.
crushed it.
They were
Crushed
fucking
it.
obliterated. It
Yeah.
made me really happy.
And that's why I agree with what you're saying, that Zaz might not have been the character counterpart to the comics, but his character in this movie was really well done.
Yeah.
Like, that was
That
nice.
was a hard separation. I'm having a hard time with Cassandra Cain's character, too.
Oh my gosh, she was
They
bad.
fucking butchered her.
Who
And
is she in the comics?
Cassandra Cain is the sister of Kate Kane, who is Batwoman in like the DCTC.
No, Cassandra Cain's the little kid.
Uh,
cast.
Renee Montoya was the cop.
Yep.
Who was the Question.
Yeah, she was cool.
She's like fun.
Yeah,
She's not my favorite version of the Question.
Yeah, she was very...
The male version I think is better because she's just
But
like
what's her comic book character?
the Question.
The Question.
Yeah,
Okay.
the male version's more popular.
Okay.
And he's just like super paranoid like all the time, and it's great.
Okay.
I
thought her character fit this though.
Yeah, she did like fine.
Yeah, she was fine.
That was like my half gripe.
Okay, that makes sense. Half right. Okay.
Yeah. Cassandra Cain was awful. So
Yeah,
she was originally, I can't remember her total backstory. Kate Kane becomes Batwoman because her sister was murdered, but she wasn't. She was taken off and trained to kind of like she almost had like the Huntress's backstory,
Okay.
but didn't in this movie.
Less socially awkward.
Yeah. Well, kind of.
Yeah.
More angry.
More angry.
More angry and beats the fuck out of people. Like,
Okay.
Cassandra Cain is arguably the single most skilled fighter in the DC universe over Batman.
Oh wow,
Stated by Batman.
that's awesome.
And she didn't punch anybody in the face.
No, she didn't.
I'm so upset about this because
That's fair.
she's
Quality
such a
resume.
strong character.
Quality resume.
And even at a young age, because she's young when she first makes her appearance. She's like 14,
Mhm.
which she could have easily been in this movie.
Yeah, no, I thought that actress was like 14.
Yeah.
She looked young.
And they just
I got
didn't
that sense.
do anything with her. And yeah, that's the only part that was just like, this sucks.
All right,
Yeah,
I
she
gotta-
just like
well,
she
maybe
like
it's because it's such a good character that they couldn't put more into it.
Yeah.
They take
'Cause they
away
added
from
so many characters.
whose
I
movie
think-
was it?
movie.
It's Harley Quinn's
But
movie.
why couldn't they just change her name to someone else?
That's my point.
Yeah.
I think, and
Same
unless
thing
they're
with
gonna
Zaz.
do,
Like his character was really cool. Just make him someone else.
Yeah,
They're like,
Victor
we gotta,
Zaz is
we,
cool.
we gotta show the scars, and which was really cool. But I will give him that.
But yeah, I think they're just gonna develop her more later.
That makes sense.
Especially if like the new
Harley
Batman
Quinn.
with
Robert Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson.
You think it's gonna stick in the same universe?
Maybe?
Maybe.
If it does, I could see him taking her under his wing and training her to be Robin instead of doing the
Have they confirmed that Robert Pattinson is gonna be Bruce Wayne? Because I think they just said he's gonna be Batman. Because then he could be taking.
that'd be interesting.
taking. Fucking. What's his name?
Batman Beyond.
No, but
No?
what's his? No, yes, that. But what's the actor who played Batman? Affleck. Ben Affleck. He could be taking Ben Affleck's spot in that universe, but
Yeah.
not as Bruce Wayne. Maybe I don't know. We'll see what
Well,
happens.
okay,
I just
so-
forgot Ben Affleck. I'm sorry, you're such a boring actor.
because the DC TV series.
Fuck.
He's good in like 20% of his movies.
Yeah, that's
true.
fair.
That's but here's
Does he
the
have
hard
a movie
part.
coming
The
out?
20%, the 20% of the movies that are good, he's great.
They're
in.
like really good.
Yeah.
like Gone Girl.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, Gone Girl is incredible.
Good Will Hunting.
Argo is great. Good
Good
Will
Will
Hunting.
Hunting.
Yes, I agree. The Accountant. I even like The Accountant. But
The
everyone
Accountant was really good. Shit was rad.
But no, because DC TV did Crisis of Infinite Earths,
Mhm.
and their big plot twist at the final episode was they brought Urza Miller's.
I would stop talking right now. We're gonna move on.
So they did something really cool.
Yep.
That apparently Keegan didn't catch up on for
No.
something that happened like 3 weeks ago.
He's behind. He's behind. All right, I gotta say my favorite part about the movie.
I thought you were gonna
guys.
keep saying it, and
This
then
is-
everyone
No,
would
as
just
soon as you come
say
to yours, I'm like, I'm gonna stop.
Yeah, no,
'Cause
that
it's-
was good. That was good.
It's very cool.
Okay. Favorite part about this movie though, the hyena.
So
The hyena was
we
cool.
needed more
We
Brucey.
needed more Brucey.
More Brucey.
We needed more
She only has 2. I forget the other one's name.
I know, I forgot what the other one's name was, because she usually has two. One has a pink collar, one has a
That's
green
green.
collar,
Yep.
and I was like, "Where's the second hyena?"
I thought Brucey was gonna do some Quentin Tarantino shit.
And then he didn't.
That she was good.
He was just a
If he
good
was
laugh,
fucking-
and I loved it.
That would be
Yeah, Bruce was
sick.
Dude, I like this movie.
Dude,
I was
I liked it. It was
surprised.
fun.
This movie was delightful.
It was fun.
Everyone wants to kill Harley Quinn. 'Cause
Yeah.
she
Yeah.
did some dumb shit.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
I
Harley
hated
Quinn
them.
was
She's a-
with the Joker and fucked up
Ooh,
everyone.
I want to say one
Yeah,
more thing
because
I
she
liked.
was immune.
One
Well,
thing
she
I really
was
liked
with the
about this
Joker.
movie that Suicide Squad did not do with her character. She is a trained and licensed psychologist.
Yeah.
Oh, she
Yeah.
brought that
How
out.
she
Yeah.
brought that out in this movie, because she never did anything. She
You don't have a PhD.
yeah, that was funny, because in Suicide Squad, the only time where she was psychoanalyzing everyone was the deleted scene. They
Yeah.
took out the one scene with the bar where she's like telling everyone like,
They took
Ah.
a lot of shit out
They
I
of
took
know.
a
movie,
lot of
so-
stuff out of that movie.
I know,
which
but that's
they
why
actually
I
took a lot of
like-
the better stuff out of that movie.
agreed. But I liked how she was a psychologist in this movie. That was
Yeah.
really
Yeah.
neat. I liked that. So cool.
Yeah, it actually came up
Several
A
times.
few times.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
What was your favorite moment when she just tore someone apart? When she definitely tore
the Huntress. That was hilarious. She's like, you. No, I don't know. That was my favorite time, but that was really funny.
I thought Black Mass when she was there and she'd be like,
That
"Oh
was
my
very
gosh,
good.
she's just doing the whole cliche."
that
girl
was
thing."
funny.
And I thought it was like,
That
"Oh
was
god."
Sounds like me when I talk to some people where I'm like,
That's
Natalie,
that's-
stop
I'm
talking.
telling you,
I
that's
get
some
it.
big clit energy coming in, and then you're gonna get killed, and you just start shredding the main villain for
All right.
being.
Well, that's the episode. We're gonna end it right
Wow.
there. Josh, where can we find you on social media?
You're not gonna fucking find me.
Fantastic. Ray, where can we find you?
Every Wednesday, Single Players Club on YouTube. We,
YouTube now
yeah.
and Twitch.
Yeah, we do
Oh,
both sometimes.
cool. All right.
Woke butter Twitter.
Woke Twitter.
Woke butter Twitter.
That was incredible. I'm so glad we were all there
Yeah.
for that.
I was gonna say my name, and then I was like, no, they don't need to know me by my name, just by enlightened dairy that I am.
My enlightened dairy. that I am.
My God. All right, and
I should have
and I'm
another
Von
podcast
Strangle,
called
Your
Enlightened
name's
Dairy.
Dairy?
Von Swingle on everything. Go watch Birds of Prey. Go watch The Gentleman. And
Don't
go
watch Rhythm Section.
Don't watch Rhythm Section or The Turning. And fuck like a boss. Oh, that sounded
Fuck
like
like a
that could have
boss.
been taken out of
Fuck
context.
like a
Yeah,
boss.
like a boss.
That's
You
just good life
fired.
advice.
Thank you all for listening in on this podcast. You should listen to the next podcast when it comes out. We talk about more movies and everything else.
Make sure to tune in next episode.